worked in finance and I didn't have a good experience. I had to lose my job and all. So it was like a bad experience. What was your score?
Like scale score is 109 and actually in slaughter is 113. Actually just prepared for like 5 weeks and I was also doing my jobs.
I think that is sufficient for 99.8 plus.
Actually before like going for work, I would do the daily target.
I realized at some point you do it well for like say 1 week or 2 weeks, but then if you crash, then I feel so demotivated. And then mentally it is back to square one. Okay. But if you do the daily targets, at least you feel that you have done something productive in your day.
I knew that I would be nervous the night before the exam.
Yeah.
And it's tough to get sleep. To follow those head start mocks, just to get some confidence, carrying over that confidence played a huge, and I was able to score 99.88%. TILR was always my strength. So I wanted to make sure I ace it no matter what.
At interviews, you don't want to fake it. You should basically tell the truth, okay, about everything, but in a diplomatic way, which I think might be intellectually stimulating, but you have to be very clear about it. You have to get a very good sense of what the job entails. Don't just look at the pay package. Initially, it might matter, but after a point of time, it won't matter. Okay. Good, man. Again, meeting you after like 3 months, right?
You remember me, sir?
Yes, I remember. So yeah, can you, for everybody who's watching, can you just give a brief like introduction about yourself, your background, your 10 score, your academic profile, those kind of.
Yes, sir. So I'm Debopam. I am natively from Kolkata, but I was brought up in Hyderabad.
Okay.
So my BTech in computer science engineering, I've done it from VIT Vellore.
Okay.
Graduated in 2024.
Okay.
Since then, I've been working in Hyderabad as a software engineer in a GCC, healthcare-based GCC. So before that, so in my undergrad, my score was like 86.7%.
Okay.
In 12th, it was 91 as per the CAT form, and 10th, it was 91.5.
Okay, so you have a very good profile, to be really honest. Okay, 998 is a very good profile.
Yes.
That is good. And you have taken CAT before, or this is the first time you've taken it?
So I've taken it before actually in 24, but that was with almost zero preparation.
Okay.
Just to get the feel for the competitive exam.
Yeah.
So that time I think I got like 95.3 percentile.
Okay.
And then in 25, I thought that I'll put some more efforts, and I was able to score 99.88 percentile.
That is great, man. So a jump from 95 to 99.88, right?
Yes.
Excellent jump. Normally when I tell people also, because many people keep asking me in the stream that, sir, this time I scored like say 90 percentile, can I go higher and all? What, in my experience, what I've noticed is somebody who has scored above 90, even if it is like lower 90s, they have a very realistic shot of scoring above 99.5. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But many people sometimes don't believe it because they feel that, especially somebody who scored 90, I think it is difficult for them to picture scoring so high. Okay. So were you having any of those confidence issues at the start? Just belief that I can do very high score.
So personally, I would say I didn't have those issues. The thing was like I had hardly prepared for a week, and then I got 95.3. So I thought that okay, like I probably am naturally fit for this exam, and if I put some efforts, and even efforts, I actually just prepared for like 5 weeks.
Okay.
So but then I made sure that I gave it my 120% during those 5 weeks, and I was also doing my job. So it was a bit hectic, but I think overall there was a lot of motivation coming from different places, from my family, and also I think once you're working a job, like you have some level of energy throughout the day.
True.
So I think that carries over to my CAT prep, and I was able to do it in a structured way. And I think the most important part is nailing that exam day. So I think that was something
that I'll come to later, because that is something I'm super curious about. Okay. Any topper, I always ask, okay, how did you keep your nerves on the day of the examination? Because I think that plays such a vital role. And whenever I talk to any topper, I keep getting one more data point. I try to say, okay, how this worked, how that worked. So that I'll anyways discuss because I'm super curious. But what I wanted to know is, you studied for 5 weeks. There are a couple of things I'm interested in. Okay. One is, you said when you're working in a job, you have that energy throughout the day.
Yes.
Okay. Like, do you feel energetic even after the end of the day? Like, when did you start preparing?
Yes.
Because again, many people tell me that, sir, I'm a working professional. I go to office, my office is hectic. When do I study? All of these questions I get quite often.
Yes.
So when did you study?
Yes, sir. So I would like to say that a major thing was fitness actually.
Good.
So I actually go to the gym, like spend about 2 hours there. I do weight training and stuff. So like 5 days a week. I think that also elevates my energy levels.
Good.
I take decent amount of coffee, black coffee throughout the day. So I think that is another big thing. So I think these kind of things, and I also take some supplements, which help me overall. So, and yeah, like work can be hectic, but I think it is most important to, so the way I did it, we work on 2-week sprints. So I would usually concentrate. So I would finish a lot of my work on 2-3 days, and so that I can take the other days
True.
little more chill.
Okay,
So
good.
I would just balance it out. Yes.
So mostly you are preparing after you come back from work, or was it work
Like
from home?
basically, no, it is completely work from office actually. So like even while traveling in the metro and all, I would read some essays and all. And actually before like going for work, I would do the daily targets.
Very
So
good.
that was a good way. And after returning, yeah, I would do like some sectionals, some mocks. Yeah.
So daily targets were helpful?
Yes, very, very helpful, sir. One of the best.
Yeah. No, I'm very proud of daily targets, okay, because this didn't, especially daily targets, is something I'm super proud of. So I'll just brag about it for
Yeah,
some
definitely, sir.
Because when we started daily targets also, I thought of how it should be, okay. Basically, why are we doing it, okay? And the reason I wanted to do it is I wanted to inculcate this habit.
Yes.
That every single day you have to do this, every single day. Because I realized at some point in my life that even when I'm like trying to do a diet or fitness, basically at some point I wanted to quit smoking. I quit my smoking and all. But basically the way it works is after you do it well for like say 1 week or 2 weeks, but then if you crash, like if I start smoking again, okay, or if I am doing a diet, but if I cheat on my diet, okay, then I feel so demotivated. And then it is just back to square one, okay?
Yes.
Just mentally it is back to square one, okay? That I felt was such a bad thing, okay? Even if I'm trying to quit smoking, okay, if after 2 weeks, I should take it as a win that for 2 weeks I didn't do it. Even if I have like a cigarette at one point, it is okay. You should again be motivated. So I felt psychologically it is like that, where if you don't do well and then you completely give up, it is, I think, human psychology.
Yes, sir, yes.
So I felt daily targets, the way it works is, it won't take you a lot of time, but if you do the daily targets, at least you feel that you have done something productive in your day.
Yes,
okay.
sir, yes.
Even if you do nothing else, psychologically you'll feel that I have done this. So that's how we started it. Okay. And now it is very popular. I know many people tell me about it. So I feel very happy because we thought about it for quite a long time to actually figure out how to do it. So yeah, good. So that is one thing. And then you started working. You are also preparing. When you first started preparing,
yes, sir.
Were you aiming for Ahmedabad? Were you aiming, like, everybody aims, but did you really think that you can get it?
No, sir. Like 5 weeks of preparation. It was like actually the thing was when I started preparing, I was not that aware. I thought maybe 99, 99.4, something like that I might need. So I was just giving it my best. That was all. Because I already have a pretty good job actually. So like it's not like not a lot of things at stake. I think that helped me in a way. But eventually, I think I used the Cracku tools only to understand my target percentile. That was a shock for me, Gen candidates.
Yeah.
So then eventually, like I was like, okay, at least let me try my best. And I think the most important thing was that mentality that just try to score as much as you can. And I think that helped a lot overall. I think week by week, I was able to improve and get to this point.
Very good, man. Now coming to the big thing, okay? So let us look at it like, say, 2 days before the examination or 1 day before the examination, okay? How was your mindset?
Yes. So I definitely made sure to actually prepare for those 2 days before the exam, especially. Like one important factor was sleep. Thankfully, I had the second slot, so like that helped me to like get good sleep anyways. But what I made sure, I knew that I would be nervous the night before the exam. And it's tough to get sleep. One thing actually I would just like to say that one of the supplements I've taken is ashwagandha. I think that helps a lot with keeping your nerves. And yeah, like what I made sure was like 2 days before I got a lot of sleep. So I slept into the afternoon and all. So I think that helped me cover up for like little less sleep just before the CAT exam. And besides that, another unique thing I did. So I actually took, I forgot the name of it. I think there are like you have 15 dash cats and then 5 are head start.
Head start mocks, yeah.
So I had those head start mocks remaining. I just took one of those head start mocks right before, the night before, just to get some confidence because those are a bit easier.
Yes.
Yeah. So I scored very well in that, and I think like carrying over that confidence played a huge.
Okay. Yes. Very good, man. Excellent. So on the day of the examination, this was second slot, right?
Yes, sir, second slot.
So before the exam started, did you like check what was the pattern? Did you get any of that information? Or how much of the information did you get?
So I had my phone actually. So like it was very close actually. The previous slot just got over. But I think I just got the information, not sure exactly how, I think through WhatsApp groups that there's no change in the pattern. So I think, yeah, that's it. Like that was something we were anticipating maybe because 24 there was a change.
Right? No, I think before going to second slot and third slot, getting some information I think is helpful.
Yes.
Getting a lot of information I think is
I
not
think,
good. Yeah.
Slot 3 especially that.
Slot 3 people wait for a long time, right? And it is very tiring also.
Yes.
Because you get more anxious. Okay, kya hua hai? And then it is human nature, no? You keep looking at all of these Telegram groups, Reddit, all of it. Kya slot aaya? Kya RC aaya?
Difficulty kaisa tha?
Difficulty se kaisa tha?
That is the most
Cutoffs bhi aa
stressful.
jayenge. So all of that is like, it plays on your mind. You get tired if you overthink. But that is good. So after the slot was done, in the slot, after it was done, immediately after it was done, how did you feel? Did you feel you did well, or what was your state like?
So actually, I would like to talk a bit about the exam as well. So, like my first VRC, like once I complete, or like as I was going through VRC, I felt that I might have slightly underperformed.
Okay.
Because of few factors, nervousness and all. But once I completed it, I thought that okay, DILR was always my strength. So I wanted to make sure I ace it no matter what. And I did that. I solved 4 sets, which I solved perfectly. And I think Quants again was like good. It was like my normal, like how much ever I was doing in the mocks. So I think when I came out, that's the feeling I had that okay, if DILR, if I actually solved all 4 sets perfectly, then probably it was a good attempt. And that's how it went. So.
I think that is basically what is needed also. Like you need to do good in 2 sections and do extremely well in one section. I think that is sufficient for 9.8 plus.
Yes.
Very nice. So once you came out, you were just waiting for the response sheet. Once the response sheet came, I think you were like settled.
I could not believe it actually, to be honest.
What was your score?
Like scale score is 109 and actually in slaughter is 113.
113. Excellent score, man. Very nice. So how did you prepare for your GDPA? How much effort did you put in? What was your mindset when you would have gotten all the calls, right?
I didn't get Lucknow.
Okay, why?
Yeah. I think like my 12th percentage, if it was like 1% more, I was getting something like
Okay. So you might have just slightly missed. Okay, but most of the others you got.
Yeah, all the others.
So then what was your mindset like? Because again, the reason I'm asking is because I wanted to tell students also, I've seen it happen both ways. Once somebody scores very well and they get a lot of cutoffs, they unintentionally tell themselves that we are already there. Okay, they feel that it is already done. So I try my best to tell them that you have to again fight it, and it is as important that you psychologically put in that effort for your interviews as it is for CAT. Okay. So how did you get yourself to get into that zone?
Sir, I think there are 2 aspects I would like to cover. One is personally me. So we had gone for that Cracku meetup, I believe. So in that, I remember you had emphasized a lot that this is just half of the journey. So that mentality, I think I already had. That at the end of the day, it's just the competitive exam, and I went through like the weightage that these interviews and all carry. It's like 50 to 60%, which is very high. So at that point, like the CAT score doesn't matter so much.
Correct. True.
So definitely, the way I prepared, I actually took some coaching as well. So some mocks I took, and that helped me a lot. I had to like understand myself a lot.
100%.
So figure out my own self, my goals, and all those things. Mainly prepare for the HR questions and technical things. Though, like we just study 1 or 2 days before, I think. So I think I had some notes prepared, and even for AWT, I was just I use ChatGPT a lot actually. I think that is ChatGPT, Gemini. I think those are our best helpers now.
Okay.
So I think overall, that.
No, one thing I wanted to again emphasize on what you said is for interviews, knowing yourself, introspecting is so important.
Yes,
okay.
Sir, yes.
Again, I'm not good at communicating what it actually means, but I keep telling students, okay, that interviews you don't want to fake it. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
You want to basically understand yourself well and also have the skill to explain it in a politically correct way. Okay. You should basically tell the truth. Okay. About everything, okay, but in a diplomatic way. That is basically what it takes.
Yes.
Because once you know yourself well, you will crack all interviews, okay. You also know why you behave in a certain way, all of these things. And for me, that interview preparation in my life, okay, was a very important point. Because I was a different person before interviews.
I agree, sir. I agree.
And during those 2 months of preparation, I introspected quite a lot.
Yes, sir.
So I think I changed slightly, okay, which I think is very important for everybody. So good, man. Now that you're going to IMA, again, just if you have any questions or any queries about IMA, I would anyways tell you, give 2 or 3 tips, which I tell everybody. But if you have anything, you can ask me.
Yes, sir. So one question is, I'm still trying to think like which direction should I take for specializing.
Okay.
So I'm mostly thinking about strategy and maybe product management or finance. But finance, is it really going to be possible for an engineer like me? I don't have a CFA or anything right now.
Okay. See, I'll tell you about my opinion. It is obviously biased. It is biased because I worked in finance and I didn't have a good experience. Okay. Like some people, I had to lose my job and all. So it was like a bad experience. Because of which I always kind of discourage people from getting into finance, because when I went into finance, my expectations were different. I thought that it will be like very quant role, or it will be like very like challenging, intellectually challenging. For me, it was not like that. Okay. Most of the finance jobs are not like that. There might be some jobs which I think might be intellectually stimulating, but you have to be very clear about it. Okay. You have to get a very good sense of what the job entails. Don't just look at the pay package. Because pay package, initially it might matter, but after a point of time, it won't matter. Okay. At all. Especially for somebody from IMA, like it might sound again arrogant, but the fact is money will not be an issue. Okay. Unless you want to purchase some big assets and all, on a day-to-day life, okay, money is a concern that you would not think about. So going or choosing a job based on salaries is what I did. It was a mistake. I would recommend people to not do it. That is one. You try to choose things which you like. Okay. Second thing that I have noticed is amongst all my batchmates, now it has been 15 years since I graduated. In fact, I'm coming to BIMV, that IMA, this December for the 15-year reunion. Okay, we can actually meet there also.
Yeah, definitely, sir.
So in these 15 years, what I've seen is most of my batchmates, okay, who were in finance have left finance or left their jobs, they switched jobs, all of these things happened. Many people in consulting have left, okay. Like in consulting, it's like a pyramid. A lot of people join, they keep quitting, and some guys reach the top, they become a partner and all. But many of them quit. The majority, by far the majority quit, okay. But people who are in marketing, okay, like say people who went to HUL or P&G, they stay. And at that time, it used to be not considered a very great job. Unless people were seriously interested in marketing, we never really looked at it that, okay, this is such a sort of a job. But people who are interested in marketing were really looking at it. But the reason is they have such good employee cultures. They also offer good growth, okay. So people are very happy there. People are very comfortable and satisfied there. So what I'm essentially saying is look at not just the first 2 years or 3 years, okay. Try to look at it holistically. That is one. Whatever career you're choosing, you might not get a good sense of it at the start, okay, but keep your eyes and ears open, okay, with an open mind. That was again a mistake I made, where immediately I went in, I thought मुझे finance में जाना है, okay, simple, okay, because मुझे लगा था कि पैसे जहाँ पे ज़्यादा है मुझे वहाँ पे जाना है. And my profile also, okay, I used to get shortlist from finance only because of many reasons. Many reasons being I was an IITian, okay, whose CGPA was low, okay. So if my CGPA was high, I would have gotten shortlist from consulting also. But I was not getting consulting shortlist. I got like 0 consulting shortlist because I don't know, maybe it was the case with me or maybe it was normal. I think CGPA was important for consult, so I got no shortlist. So again, I used to hate them because I used to think, they are not shortlisting me, so I didn't want to go there anyway. Okay. तो ऐसे सोच के मैं marketing को कुछ भाव ही I never gave it any भाव. So finance का shortlist आते थे and मुझे भी लगा था कि मुझे finance में जाना है. So I didn't really have a chance at exploring anything else because of my own mindset, okay, which I think was not right. So I would advise anybody to be open, okay, towards every field. Talk to your seniors. First of all, you'll get a lot of chances to interact with a lot of them. You'll be part of many clubs, you'll be part of many hostels, okay. Now try to get a sense of what the job entails, not just what people are saying. People will say a lot of things. You have to make your own mind. Like I told you, my interview preparation mein, I progressed personally. In IIM, I feel I was not smart enough to look beyond the words. Whatever people are saying, okay, I was not trying to think why they were saying it, because everybody will tell you positive things about their job or their. तो अगर मैं सोचा होता तो मैं थोड़ा long term सोचा होता. In the end, for me, it worked out very well because I left finance, okay, in 2-3 years. But I feel that was all bad decision making. Actually, going there and like wasting 2-3 years, all of that. I would just tell you to have an open mind, okay, study very well, put full effort in all the courses.
Yes, sir.
Talk to a lot of seniors, a lot of friends. You'll get a lot of companies coming there and all. Try to understand what the job entails.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So the next question would be like, how do I like have some like spikes in my resume, or like how do I make my resume attractive for my shortlists of preference in general? Yeah.
So basically, one thing that they will tell you is this is basically I'll give you 3 tips. Okay.
Yes.
Whatever your question is, the third tip. Okay. The third tip is you have to prepare a master resume. Okay.
Yeah.
People talk about master resume, which basically contains everything that you have ever done. Okay. Now this try to prepare beforehand. Okay. Before you go to IMA only, prepare it. Okay.
Yes,
so that you will save time. Okay. Now, what does it entail? It consists of everything. Like I used to put कि मैंने 5th standard में electrician में second prize आया. Okay, it seems stupid. You will never put it in the actual resume, but it is better to put these kind of things, these kind of points, because then you realize that okay, I realized, for example, that I won a prize in my 5th, I won a prize in my 8th, okay, and I think I won a prize in my 10th in both electrician only in school. So I didn't put all three of them, but I combined all of them into one point. He won multiple prizes in like public speaking.
बड़ा जड़ा के,
which is true, no?
Yeah,
Okay.
it is true. Yeah.
I won 3 prizes. They were in school, but they are multiple prizes. This was in electrician, which is basically public speaking. So, but basically I was getting a point, okay? Because otherwise my resume, and the reason I had to add it also was because otherwise it was, my entire profile was about certain other things. Like it was filled with like some maths Olympiad. Okay, everything was about maths. Okay, there was nothing about anything else. Okay, now then I'll get some shortlist, but like I told you, I wanted other shortlists also. So I thought I had to give something about this extracurricular activities, which I had nothing. Okay, I had no extracurricular activity. So then I had to find some extracurricular activity or the other. So I thought this was important for me. Okay, so I'm saying that put everything that you ever won. Okay, and then think again. Okay, think again, how can I combine different things? Okay, how can I show it in a better way? Because like again I said, 5th standard mein second prize sounds stupid. Okay, but yeah.
Yes, sir. So
And another thing I would tell you, the 3 tips I wanted to tell, which is what I tell everybody, okay, is in every IIM, in the first 3 to 4 months, okay, your time is very limited, okay, because that is by design, okay. The curriculum is designed in such a way that you will be always like short of
academics, sir.
Because you will have a lot of projects, group assignments, okay, individual assignments. You have to attend classes. You have to prepare these resumes and all, okay. You have to go to companies' PPTs. You have to apply for companies, okay. All of this happen, and there'll be surprise quizzes, okay. That's the best.
Yeah, that is. I've heard about
I used to
that.
love it, man. Okay.
145, I think.
145. मतलब लोग उस time पे I don't think we had smartphones also. Like like people used to be at the mess. I wouldn't go to the mess because I know that वो हल्ला चमक जाता है. Okay. Like if there is a surprise quiz, immediately the vibe of the hostel changes. So immediately when it changed, I would just figure out okay कौन से subject का है because you have 15-20 minutes to brush up. But again, the way it is you shouldn't give it too much importance. You should be ready for a surprise quiz. Okay, you should study every day. That you should be ready. So, but it was fun, especially because people used to lose their nerve. Okay, people used to get so crazy, and I used to feel इतना load लेने की क्या जरूरत है? Because उसका weightage will be 1% or 2%. It's okay. मतलब even if you don't perform too well, it's fine. Okay, but it is fun because it's just a memory, right? Okay, people are like full nervous and all. But I'm just saying that. Time is of essence. So whatever time you can gain beforehand, okay, you can save beforehand, do it. That is one thing. So prepare your master resume beforehand. So everything that I was saying, no, this electrician is second prize, okay, in 5th standard, I needed to have a proof for it. Okay. So some certificate, luckily I saved all my certificates from school, okay. So every small thing, and sometimes if it is missing, okay, try to approach your school or try to get something, a letter from them or something, okay. Try to get proofs for each one of them so that again it will save time. And also you will be more peaceful because if it is an important thing, and then wahan se trying to find certificates, okay, you will be in Ahmedabad, some of your proofs will be in Vellore, some will be in Kolkata, so you have to manage with your parents, all of this is painful, okay. So try to get everything sorted before it. Prepare a master resume for sure, okay. The second thing is, you're an engineer, right? Yeah. So basically there is something called accounting, okay, which is financial reporting, FRA, okay. Uska definitely do some basic, okay. Understand 3 statements: income statement, balance sheet, cash flow statement, okay. Definitely get a sense of it. I would actually tell you that go to the IMA website or try to figure out the portion for accounting, okay. In fact, go a step further. Try to figure out in the first year, I'm assuming there will be 6 slots, right? There are 3 terms in each term.
3.
So 6 slots, okay. Try to get what are the courses that are there in each of the 6 slots. Okay.
I think they've shared some study material actually for this.
Good. Yeah. Okay. Basically, the mistake I made was I was so happy that I got into A, okay, which is fine. You should enjoy it also, okay. But I didn't do anything for the 2 months before I went there, okay. I mentally prepared myself that I had to study, okay, but I did not do any work in those 2 months, okay. I don't expect you to do work. I don't expect you to study, but I would expect you to at least be prepared. You should know that these are the subjects that will be asked. These are the topics that will be there, okay. Try to get a sense of it, some basics, okay. because when I entered, accounting was a big course. It had a lot of credits, and it was completely alien to me. Okay, so and some of the guys from commerce background, for them it was very intuitive.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were getting it very easily, and I was not understanding it. Okay, for me to understand it, I had to again put in a lot of effort. It is not tough. It is just that I wasted a lot of time trying to get understanding of the basics. Okay, again, like I said, time is very important. So for me, I wasted 2-3 weeks to get a sense of it. Okay, I feel I could have gotten a sense of it before if I was just slightly prepared. इतना ज़्यादा करने की ज़रूरत नहीं. I had to watch like say 2 or 3 YouTube videos, go through 2 or 3 books just briefly, so that I know. For example, if you are telling a non-engineer, okay, what is the slope of a line? You and I will find it so obvious, okay, but and it is an easy topic. ऐसा नहीं कि it's super difficult. But somebody who is not at all into any maths, for them slope, coordinates, axis, all of this will sound alien. So for them to get a sense of it will take time. Okay, so that's why I'm saying try to get a sense of accounting. Okay,
Yes.
for sure, because it wasted a lot of my time. Okay, second, learn Excel very well. Okay, Excel is a very easy course. There is a course in Excel also. Everybody scores very high in it. Okay, but again you can save time if you know Excel very well. Okay, it is important. MBA के लिए Excel बहुत important है. You become very good at it. Okay, and you will save time. So accounting, Excel, and master resume. These 3 things I would recommend you to do. Okay.
Definitely, sir. Definitely.
And in general, also be mentally prepared there. Okay, that you would want to study very well. Okay. Also be prepared that if you get a lot of shortlists, it's good. If you don't get a lot of shortlists, don't let it weigh on you. Okay, because again, I have seen a lot of people जिसका shortlist नहीं होता है, they become very depressed and it affects their grades. The smarter guys, more mature guys will understand that if they get shortlist, it's good. If they're not getting shortlist for whatever reason, focus on your CGPA. Because in finals, CGPA matters a lot. So focus on your CGPA. Try to tell yourself that I'll prove myself in my finals. Okay. So again, be like mentally prepared. If it is not working out in summers, it is okay. As long as your CGPA is good, you'll get a very good job.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So one question is like, how much weightage should I put to all the different things that I'll be doing?
Okay.
Because I'll be pursuing academics, I'll be probably in some clubs and committees, and yeah, like whatever activities.
I'll tell you, ACATs are very important.
Yes,
you should be like under no like illusion that ACATs are very important.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll tell you something maybe after the camera. Or it's okay, I'll tell you. Basically, before Sally and I were dating, okay, Sally used to ask for help, okay, and I used to tell her, no, I won't help, okay, because I had to do my own work, okay. Because I was clear there कि देखो मुझे अपना grades काफी important है, okay.
Were you an RG, sir?
I was never an RJ, okay. Basically, but I would focus on, I was not confused, okay. I would first take care of myself, okay, before helping others. And that I am not at all ashamed to say it, okay. And I think that was important in MBA, okay.
I agree.
Again, it comes back to saving your time because time is so crucial there, okay. So for example, that also is very important. There'll be a lot of people who will come and ask you, basically they won't ask you to do their assignments, okay, but there'll be group assignments. So if you're not steward or basically chalu, you will be left with doing all the group assignments, okay. But I was chalu, so I ensured that I was doing only my part of it, okay. I was also not that chalu because I got stuck with certain other things where basically there was a guy who scored very well. He became an ice pearl, but he would not do any of the group assignments. And finally, I was stuck doing it. But in most of the cases, that didn't happen. Most of the cases, I was chalu enough to figure out that I'll do only my part of the job, which I think, again, most people should do, okay?
Yes.
But anyway, I'm just digressing. I'll tell you that the most important thing is ACATs. Don't at all take them for granted,
Yes,
okay?
sir. Yes.
Irrespective of what anybody tells you, by far, like you would know now that ACATs in undergraduation also is important, okay?
Actually, I had RG in my undergraduation also. Like 80% of it was RG.
Okay. What is RG? Relative grading.
Relative
right?
grading, yeah.
Yeah, relative grading यहाँ पे भी होता है. Why would RG not happen? But relative grading, RG has a negative connotation, right?
That to,
So RG is always there. But I was saying that, ACAT's very important. But don't be if you're an introvert, it's okay, but don't be stuck in your room. Okay. You should meet people. You should talk to people. You should be part of some clubs, okay, but all of them in limited this. The way to look at clubs is, okay, you're not going to a club to make a friend. In MBA also, many times you won't make friends, okay. You'll make close friends, but not very close friends. Like basically the way I look at it and I get people to understand it is, say if I go and meet my undergraduate guys, okay, if I'm like pained, okay, कुछ तो बहुत pain हो गया मेरे life में, I would definitely go and talk to one undergrad friend.
Right. Yeah.
Probably not anybody from IIM, okay. But say if I'm happy, okay, and they're happy, and if I want to have a chill time, okay, Friday evening, I would definitely meet an IIM guy, okay, because they are many times extroverts, they will have a fun time, okay.
Yeah.
So that is how you have to look at it, okay. Now coming to why it is important for you to join clubs is not to, first you want to have some resume points, okay, because it should not be that in the finals somebody will ask you, okay, what did you do in IMA? You are part of no clubs, because everybody who's coming to recruit you from an IIM also wants you to have a good network, okay.
Yes.
And the way network works also I'll tell you, so that you understand what is expected, okay. Like for me right now, 15 years later, say for whatever reason, say I want to join a big company in India, okay. It can be any company in India, any big company or small company. I will find some guy who is an alum of IIM, okay.
Right.
Either A or B or C. It can be any company. It can be Paytm. It can be Ola. Ola. That guy is my batchmate from ITB.
Oh,
Bhavish, yeah.
wow.
So not just that. Okay, any big company. Okay, Zomato. Any company. Okay, you look at it. I will find some IIM senior, and basically you figure out how to use your network to get an interview. Okay, if it is a IIM B senior who's in a big post. Okay, you figure out whether that guy worked in some other company. Okay,
Yeah.
which had some IMA guy. Basically, does he have any mutual friends? And there will be mutual friends because they worked in some company or the other. Okay, so you know how to get a reference and get in touch with that guy, and you'll definitely get an interview, and you have to convert the interview.
Yeah.
This is network. Okay, now and the way this network works also is you should be able to get in touch with that guy. If nobody knows you in your batch, okay, you will not be able to get in touch with an IMB guy. Okay, so the way it should work is at the end of 2 years, say somebody asks anybody in your batch, okay, okay, how is that guy? Now that guy should be able to tell that, okay, he is a trustworthy guy, he is a hardworking guy, okay, he is a smart guy, okay, all the good things is what he has to say, and it is not difficult to build that brand.
Yeah.
Okay, if you do the normal good things, that brand will anyways come. Okay, if you are not, for example, a free rider,
Right.
like I told you, some ice call, right?
I got it.
Who
sir,
made me
yeah.
do my the group assignment. So if somebody asks me about that guy, I'll only give negative.
Yeah.
So, but if he had done his job, okay, I would have, even 15 years later, I would have said something good only, right? So unless you are doing something unnecessarily bad, okay, it is okay. Okay, so that is something that's important. So focus on ACATs, but also ensure that you are part of some social activities. Okay, not a lot, but don't waste too much time on it.
Yes.
Focus on your ACATs. If you're doing well in your ACATs, automatically your brand, okay, will have something good.
Yes, sir. And we've already started networking. Actually, we have a group and everything.
हाँ वो important है, वो हो जाता है, वही बता रहा हूँ. Okay, again there should be no pressure to network. Okay, the system itself will ensure that you interact with everybody.
Everyone,
unless you are shutting it down. Okay, you don't need to go out of your way to network at all. Okay, I didn't do that, but most of the people I knew and most of them knew me. Just because I was following the herd, ऐसा नहीं था कि मैं कुछ ज़्यादा कर रहा हूँ. Okay, अगर क्लब से 2-3 क्लब्स में ज्वाइन किया, अगर कोई भी इवेंट होता है तो मैं जाता था. Okay, because I just wanted to have fun. Okay, but I was always sure कि मुझे ACATS तो करना ही है. So I was always finding time for ACATS, but you can't do it 24 hours, right? So whenever you have some free time, you do some of the other things. That I think is sufficient. Okay.
So, sir, on a chill note, sir, how is the dating scene in IMA?
डेटिंग सीन अगर मैं बताऊंगा तो थोड़ा पॉलिटिकली इनकरेक्ट हो जाएगा, बट
Okay.
डेटिंग सीन बेसिकली आई वुड से इट इज मच बेटर देन IIT. Okay. IIT it was pretty bad.
Gender issue.
Actually it is pretty
Similar.
no I think it is much better actually, because I think there are two different things. No, one, you would say that the number of girls also is higher than in undergrad for whatever reason. Second, I think people are also slightly older. They know how to like carry their relationships, all of those things. So I felt in IIM I felt much better. Okay.
Yes, so you got your relationship there as well.
So that happened in IIM only.
Oh yeah, so actually Bangalore results are not out yet. I am Bangalore, and many people are two-minded about that, A or B. So what would you say about A or B, C even? Yeah.
See, I'll tell you two things. Okay, in my time I converted A and C. Okay, and for me I was always focused on C. Okay, because I didn't think I'll get into A because of my CGPA and all. I didn't think I had a realistic chance in A, but somehow I converted A. Okay. The reason I'm saying that is because for many months I was visualizing converting C. Okay. That was the dream. Okay. So when I converted both, I was also slightly like taken aback. Okay. And I was a little worried that if I go into A, the competition will be much higher. Okay. I felt C I can do better because for many reasons. Okay. Because they say it is finance, it is quant, all of that. So I thought I'll do better in C. But A, I thought I might be a misfit because I had these issues in my IIT also, where I felt I got into IITB, computer science, which was very tough. Okay.
Yes.
But I felt I was a misfit there. I felt I didn't like deserve to get there. And that psychologically messed me up so bad that I didn't perform well in IT. Okay. So I was worried that if I get into IMA, again, it might be a repeat where I felt again, I didn't think I'll get into A. And when I got in, I thought psychologically I might underperform again. So I asked some seniors, okay. What I noticed was all the C guys were telling me join C, all the A guys were telling me to join A. Okay, then I thought this is not right because I felt they're not giving me correct information, no? Because you would expect it to split. Where I felt they were, even though I knew them personally, they were not thinking about my problems. They were trying to like pitch their own institute. So at that time I was slightly confused. But then what made me choose was one IMA guy told me that I knew that guy since earlier only. He told me that, see, if you go to A and if you mess up also, okay, you will have a second chance. Okay, if you go to A and say you join a company but you don't perform well, you get fired or whatever, you will get another chance. Okay. In C, the chance you will get a second chance, but it might not be as good. Okay. So you'll get more chances if you're in A. That one thing helped me. And one guy in C basically it is like just this data point, but he told me that you can come to C and you'll have a chill time or you'll make more friends. Okay. तब मुझे लगा मुझे वो सब नहीं करना है, मुझे करियर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. सो ये सब सोच के मुझे लगा था, स्पेशली व्हाट माय IMA guy told me कि देखो you can mess up but A has a bigger brand, so you will get more chances. Then I chose A and that was such a good decision. Okay, because what he said actually made sense. Okay, because it might again sound arrogant, but there is a difference in introducing yourself as an I am A alum and an I am C alum or an I am B alum. I know many of the I am B C guys might get paid, but there is a difference. Okay, which is undeniable. Okay, just that will also not. It's not about bragging, right? It has a difference because it will give you one more chance if you mess up. So I would say if you convert A, you should join A. Simple. Okay.
Definitely, sir. Yeah, I agree with that. So yeah, one more question is about entrepreneurship actually, because I do actually have that aspiration in the long term. What kind of steps do you think I should take post MBA and yeah, kind of building up some working capital or picking
What I would
money,
tell you is try to figure out about your loan. Okay. Try to repay as much of the loan as possible. First, try to not take as much loan. Okay. I don't know your situation of your parents and all.
Actually, I will not mostly be taking much of a loan if anything.
Okay, very good. That is the biggest hindrance. Okay, that is one. Second, try to have some savings. Okay, some savings which need not be a lot, but some savings is important. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Whatever savings you have, don't put that savings into your startup. Okay, because you want to have a peace of mind. Okay.
Yeah.
Second, if you are looking for an entrepreneurship, remember that entrepreneurship is for the long run. And if any smart guy is dedicated towards a company for the long run, he will definitely succeed. That is my belief. Okay, because Cracku, we built this not in a year or two. We built this. This is the 12th year of running.
Yes, sir.
And the first 4-5 years were not good.
Yes.
Very few people knew about us.
Yes.
But luckily, because I had some savings, okay, and I was in it for the long run, it didn't matter. After the results keep compounding after a point of time.
Yes, sir.
So if you are looking at entrepreneurship, try to clear your loan. Try to have some savings. Okay, so that you are not pained on a day-to-day basis. Okay, if you are thinking multiple times to go to outside to eat. Okay, or if you are not able to take a good house on rent, okay, because you don't have savings, it will hurt you. So that will impact your like venture also. So ensure that you have some savings and you are dedicated to the venture for the long run. Try to have a good founding team. Very important. I think Cracku's founding team, me, Srikanth and Saili, very good founding team. Okay. So if you have the founding team, again, you'll be in it for the long term.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
These three I would say. And one last thing I would say is, if you are looking for entrepreneurship, start early. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Because with every passing year, you will have more responsibilities. So your propensity to start up will decrease.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your inertia will increase.
Yes.
So if you're looking to start up, once you feel some savings are there,
Yes, sir.
your loan is cleared, and you have a founding team, just start up.
Yes.
Okay. Cool, man. Okay. Nice talking to you. I hope you had fun.
Yes,
and I
sir,
wish you all the
definitely.
best in IMA.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
I'm actually very happy that you again came to meet us. Okay.
Yeah, definitely, sir. I'm here only in Hyderabad.
ठीक है, man.